The market shoots higher Friday as we approach 4,300. How high do we think it'll go? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so on Friday, the market pushed up toward that 4280 level that we talked about in our last video, and so far here in the after hours is down a couple of points. Now, from our perspective, things haven't changed. As long as we're above support, the bulls can continue to push this higher, but we are looking for a substantial pullback fairly soon because we are in such overbought territory. I'll get into all that in just one second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP500 and the Nasdaq. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, so with the market continuing to push higher, the bulls stay in control until we break support. And I do want to clarify that just because we've been looking for a pullback doesn't mean that's what we're trading for. On Friday, we traded exclusively long and did very well. So let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1 hour futures chart for the S&P 500. And these big lines coming off of the screen here, these are a much larger diagonal that we've been tracing for quite some time here. And these smaller lines in here, these are smaller diagonals that have traced out. And you can see that this one completed and you got a pretty good sell-off right here and then a move higher. So what happens is when diagonals complete, you usually get a very strong sell-off down toward the origin point of that diagonal. So this smaller diagonal here, its origin point is down at this 4080 level. So what we should expect to see when this tops is a very strong selling down to at least 4080, and then we can kind of decide whether we're in that wave 4 or wave B that we've been talking about. Now, for the current move higher, okay, on Friday, they did push up, and now they're starting to pull back, and this could be the top. It very well could be that we topped and pull back from here. However, this looks like a pretty standard move up with not much of a pullback, so I would expect at least a wave 4 pullback towards this 4255 to 4263 area, and then one more push higher up towards 4290 to 4300 to complete this push up. So as I said, if they break support, then obviously this was the top and they decided to go from here. But structurally, okay, it does look like it needs a pullback and one more push higher towards 4290 to 4300 to complete this move up in this wave 3 or wave A that we've been tracking. And guys, wave 3s and wave Cs can extend, which is what this would be. It would be C of A. So that's not uncommon for us to be looking for a pullback in the market to continue to push. It's why the number one rule of Elliott Wave is trading is you don't short wave 3s. So this move higher here is not unexpected or against Elliott Wave. It's just that it's getting into very overbought territory now. So we should start to see a pullback in the pretty near future. So we're looking for primarily a pullback towards that 42.55.63 area and a push higher to complete that move up and then start a pullback. But if they do break directly down, then obviously they decided to top it out here and make the move from there. So for us to start feeling good that the pullback has started, okay, we want to break this 42.20 low right here. That would have been a wave 2. And then you'd want to break this this low here at 42.02. If they break down below that, we should start to get the fall down that we're looking for. And then it should sell off pretty fast towards that 40.80 origination point. And from there, that could be either the wave A of 4, where we would expect a bounce in B, and then a move down in C of 4, okay? And then we would look for a wave 5 higher to complete this bigger diagonal that we're seeing. And if that's the case, we'll move up higher in 5 waves and then look for a pretty big sell-off at that point. If, however, they get to 42.80 and they just blow through it and continue down, then it would be more likely we're seeing that B wave down and we'd get a much larger pullback in wave B before getting a C wave higher up above this towards 4,400 and then getting another C wave down after that. So what's really going to tell the story is once we top and start to pull back, where it decides to stop the extremely fast selling and start to bounce. And if that's at that 40.80 level and we see a pretty good bounce up for a wave B, at that point it probably looks like we're in that wave 4 where we can expect support to hold a much higher level and then a push higher in wave 5, which would give us a pretty strong indication that the bottom may be in as we look toward the next pullback after that. Okay, so those are the paths we're looking for. Potentially a drop here to 42.55 and a move up to 42.90, 4,300, or potentially a direct drop if they break this 42.20 and then 42.02 levels to the downside. All right, over on the Nasdaq. Okay, you can see our diagonal lines coming in here from off the bottom as well on the Nasdaq. and it is traced up and starting to pull back. We would expect this pullback to hold the 13,500 area for wave 4 of this move up, and then get a final fifth wave up towards 13,655 in that region before we look for the next opportunity for a pullback to come back, unless, as I said over on the ES, if they do decide that this is the top and want to sell from here, we would look for them to break this low first at 13,283. And then if they can break that low, we would look for them to continue on down towards that 12,828 level, at which point we would see if they can find some support and get a B wave bounce. However, if they do blow through this wave here, this level at 12,828, we can see some direct selling down towards that 12,400 level, and we would be in that bigger ABC down in a B wave off of this A, as opposed to a wave 4, which is the orange count here. So again, the wave 4 should come down to that 12,828 area and hold and bounce in wave B. Then you get a C wave down for that to complete that wave 4. Then you get one more push higher in wave 5, which would give us 5 up off the lows to kind of give us confirmation that the bottom is in. And then we should actually see a pretty big sell-off at that point, because we'd be completing a very big diagonal. We would see a pretty big sell-off for wave 2 of the move up, and then a very strong wave 3 after that. But that's a little further out in time as we're concentrating on today. We're looking for a break, okay, of that 13,285, 13,284 level right here. And if we can break that, then they should start accelerating down towards this 12,828 level. And at that point, we'll see if they can find support and bounce in this orange count for a wave 4, or if they blow through it down towards this 12,400, 12,500 area for the bigger wave A and the bigger overall pullback. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com, okay? There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link, and it will take you right over to our website. Once you're over there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial, because I want you to get in there, try it out, and make sure you love it before you ever spend a penny. Okay? In our Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, as well as all of your Elliott Wave questions answered. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means our trades can last anywhere from a few days to a few months, so we don't trade quite as often as the day trading room does. However, if you are looking for day trading as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's throne room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, day trading, and PT's reduced risk binary method that just crushes the market. He structures them to get you in very cheap and get you large multiples on your money, and it's how he structures the trade, which is very unique. It's kind of something you have to see, which is another reason we give you that 7-day free trial, so you can make sure it's for you before you ever spend any money. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into a small account and trades it using mini ES futures and disciplined trading methods, averaging 3 to 4% gains per week, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we would love to have you in these rooms so we can make some money together. All right, guys, key takeaways for today. It's going to be the same as it has been. The bulls are in control until we break support. And as long as the bulls are in control, we can push this higher. However, if they are able to break those support levels we talked about, first here at 42.20 and then at 42.02, then it would look like we're starting the pullback lower. If they cannot, we would look to hold that 42.50 to 60 level and push higher up towards 42.90 to 4,300. Over on the Nasdaq, same kind of setup. We would look for them to hold the 13,500 area and push up to 13,655 or potentially even as high as 13,741, and then start a pullback. And we would look for 13,284 to break, and then we should see some selling down towards this 12,828 area where we can make a decision on which pullback we are in. Guys, that is the market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.